You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Oh, 9:21. Welcome back to this 8th day of August right here. It's a Tuesday in downtown Alton on RiverBender.com. Gumbo to go. Kendra, Troy, how are we doing this morning, guys?
Fabulous. Thank you for having us.
Well, this is exciting. So, breakfast menu coming to Gumbo to go. How long have you guys had the breakfast menu out so far?
Just rolled out last week. Tuesday, August 1st was our first day.
Yes.
So, right off the bat, we were talking just during the commercial break, and you guys initially started with breakfast.
That's right. It was our first day opening.
The absolute first day. We tried it, and we were a bit overwhelmed initially by the demand for the breakfast, actually.
The sheer volume of food, cooking, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our restaurant is pretty small, so even spacing was an issue. But we are here almost a year later. We will be open a year, October 12th. We have our sea legs, as I've been saying, and we are happy to now offer our breakfast menu.
That's great. So what time can we expect to stop by and get some breakfast?
We are open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to about 10:15 for breakfast, and then our lunch starts at 10:30, and we go until 8 p.m. with our lunch and dinner. So essentially 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. you're able to come in and get some good food.
Well, and I see the point that you guys have. I mean, what time do you guys normally get in to start cooking for the day?
Well, me, I get up around 5, and I'm at least in the door by 6 a.m. You know, got to get everything going, make some fresh grits, get some bacon going in the oven. Typical breakfast items.
His beignet dough.
Yeah, I got to make some dough in the morning.
For the coffee, we have a chicory blend. We also have regular hot coffee, and then we do a creme brulee cold brew.
Oh, nice.
That we steep in-house, so it's,
And I got to have my coffee
really
in the morning,
good.
so that's one of the first things I do.
You know what's funny is I never was a big believer in I got to have coffee in the morning. And then I stopped drinking my energy drink, which is like my coffee. I was just an animal. I felt so bad. I should have been on the local news, I'll be honest.
I didn't drink coffee until my second child, and I needed it. So then I became a coffee fiend.
Lifetime coffee drinker here, so I will always support coffee drinkers.
So that means we got some good coffee at Gumbo to go.
It's very strong. Come by and feel it for yourself, yes.
Well, this is really exciting. I mean, you guys are already a year, or right up to a year in, and just getting past year one is always the toughest thing for anybody
truly
to
is.
do.
Yes.
We will be blessed to see October 12th. I think we're headed there strong, but as you know, in our industry, really in every industry, making it that first 3 to 5 years, almost impossible. So I wanted to thank you for having us. A few weeks ago, we actually placed runner-up in Best New Restaurant for the Feast Top 50. So yes, thank you so much for that.
Good job, guys.
It was really exciting to even be a part of that.
Well, and too, you guys really, Joy and Kyndra, made a name for yourselves the first couple of months. To come in and do a community is always nerve-wracking because you're opening the doors, and it's not like, we're helping people with taxes here. You're making food, and people people can be mean, and the community just kind of opened their arms, it seemed like, and really embraced you. How did it feel for that?
It was really exciting on my end to see the response from the community because they don't get a lot of different Cajun food. Well, really Cajun food at all up here. So when we opened our doors, they were really open to the idea, and they've been coming ever since. So that's been a great experience for us.
Without a doubt. Well, I'm telling you what, I don't know, Kyndra, if I told you this the last time. When you guys first started, I saw a couple of posts, Gumbo to go, and I went, well, that's really neat. And then all of a sudden, everywhere I looked, it was like Gumbo to go, Gumbo to go, Gumbo.
Yes.
Like, okay, I'll try it,
Yes. It's really incredible in this day and age where companies spend thousands, hundreds of thousands on marketing and advertising, to be able to post something on social media and have our friends, family, acquaintances.
Yeah, we get tons of word of mouth business.
Share, you've really, they say, but you can't pay for publicity like that.
And some of these reviews that we see online, it just
We've actually
makes us
been
smile.
accused one time of someone left an anonymous review in a group, and a bunch of people the review was quite lengthy, and it spoke very highly of us. And a bunch of people came behind that person and said that was us posting the review.
Yeah, they thought it was the owner. Really making a post to hype up the restaurant.
Yeah, that anybody would ever talk this highly of a restaurant. You have to be the owner. Troy and I are too tired to be doing things. I just want to say.
Yeah, our friend just like screenshotted it and showed us to us, and like, I was the one who made the post. Why would they say this?
After 16 hours, the last thing I'm doing is going on to hype myself up.
Right, like I gotta get up in the morning and get started.
Well, I was telling people the other day, they go, well, CJ, do you ever pay attention, if another show has your guests? I go, no, I don't even pay attention to who I have on tomorrow. I'm just trying to get through the day.
That's
right. That's too much work to get involved in that. I'm like, we just gotta really just go in there and do the work for the day. Because we have more than enough on our plate every single day.
I'm telling you.
It's incredible when you're trying your very best and it amounts to where people even think that it might be fake or, fraudulent, that you're doing such a good job.
That's a good problem to have. You're right.
And I say any publicity is good publicity. So
you're right.
It's a good mark for us.
I don't think this
Troy, I do. Well, I'm different. I'm in media, so it's all good. You can talk about it.
I'll take it, yeah.
I'm like, we're not there yet.
In food, maybe. I don't know. But, with that being said, do you ever just look back, and even though it's only been a year, I mean, the journey you guys have had has been really just a great one, just to kind of be just watching from a distance, and seeing the business grow. Do you ever have time to even sit back in the restaurant and just go, yeah, this is what we're able to accomplish?
Absolutely. It happens quite often. I try to be very mindful, try to be very present, especially in motherhood, not just in my restaurant. Our boys are now 6 and 7 going into the first and second grade. The fact that they're still alive is a miracle. The fact that we're still alive is a miracle.
And very often we also go down to Louisiana to get some of our products, and we'll make a family trip out of it, and we'll just sit back and think, man, it's awesome we have a restaurant to go back to.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll quite literally pass a mile marker that you maybe passed last year, and you're just like, oh my God. We were driving this route last year wondering what the restaurant would do, and here we are driving the same, passing this exit, and we're successful business owners.
Yeah.
So it is full circle moments all the time. Absolutely.
I'm telling you what, I drive back, just like you said, because that's me. I'm always trying to find the picture, that symbol or anything. If I'm driving by a mile marker 28 and I got $18 in my pocket, and a year later I'm driving by it going, look at the following we have.
100%. Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
As long as you're not in the same place, that's the main thing. You want to grow and keep progressing, and that's what our company has been doing, and we're really grateful for that.
Do you guys have a time to hang around with me for a minute? I got to pay a bill. Yeah. It's 9:28. 9:28, a little bit of change. Hey, we'll take a quick break. Our conversation with Gumbo to go continues after this quick one in downtown Alton.
Nikki here from Newark. It was my birthday, so I told my boyfriend Vinny I wanted the best steak in Jersey. We did a Google search and hopped in the car, and 15 hours later we rolled up to George's Local Brew in Jerseyville, Illinois. It was the best steak I've ever had. They cut them fresh daily. Since it was my birthday, the owner let me spin the wheel of George's, and I won a diamond ring. And then Vinny proposed to me. Talk about the best road trip of my life. George's Local Brew, where every night is steak night.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Oh, don't mind me. 9:32. Welcome back to our daily show. It's Party Day, 8/8/2023, right here on this Tuesday in downtown Alton. Wait, are you guys open on Tuesdays?
We are, Monday through Saturday. Now 7 a.m. to essentially 8 p.m.
Yep.
Now I gotta ask.
Yes.
Who's manning the restaurant right now?
Oh, Miss Patty and Kyle.
Yeah, we actually have some good help.
Good. Thank you guys for hanging the fort down while we're talking about you.
Absolutely, yes.
And I just think this is great. So it starts at 7, breakfast does, until 10:15, which I think is actually perfect because I like an early, get in at 7, get your breakfast, then you're at work by 7:45 and life's looking good,
That's right. That's right.
Now, what's your menu look like? I forgot to ask that question.
We have hot, fresh beignets, which are a crowd favorite. We make those fresh to order every single day. We do our breakfast gumbo, which is essentially just our regular gumbo, but you're able to add an egg to it.
Oh.
Almost like a ramen style. Very delicious, salty. In South Louisiana, it is not uncommon to start your day with a bowl of gumbo. It's a working man's meal.
Yeah.
It'll carry you through lunch if you don't have time to stop for lunch. We also do our shrimp and grits. Our Chef Troy's original recipe on the shrimp topping, it's a butter cream base, so it's very creamy, it's delicious.
Well, it melts in your mouth, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes, I was told.
We've been several places and catered with that specific meal, so of course it was a no-brainer to put it on our breakfast menu. And then we have 3 types of coffee. We have hot coffee, we have a chicory coffee, and then we do a creme brulee cold brew. Mm-hmm. And then of course we have our Coca-Cola products, all of our delicious items, even things like cornbread are available at breakfast.
So I forgot to, I didn't tell you this yet. I had a come to Jesus meeting with myself the other day. So I'm a big Dr. Pepper person. I don't know where this started. I don't drink soda. And then the last 3 months, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I woke up and I'm looking around and I had my breakfast and then I looked back down and go, CJ, you had 2 Dr. Peppers and it's not even 6 o'clock yet. You're going to have a heart attack by 45, brother. We got to stop this now.
Oh, those soda binges can get out of control. Yeah. I will quickly say that we have some of the best Dr. Pepper in the city, we have been told. So I want to say, if you are a Dr. Pepper lover, come check us out.
Speaking of the choir, there you go.
They say the syrup is heavy. I don't know. It had nothing to do with it.
I'm telling you what, that fountain soda stuff isn't a myth. It's if you can find the right mixture of concentrate.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
That's why Hit and Run is so busy next to us. Yes. They have the right formula. Right. Absolutely.
No better
Perfect amount of carbonation.
No better Pepsi either. I'm telling you, in town. But with that being said, circling back to all the great things that you guys have just coming up. I mean, a year celebration, or a year in the business. Are you guys planning on that celebration?
Oh, absolutely. We have a little plot of land behind our restaurant, and I think we're definitely at a comfortable spot where we're gonna. I don't know if it'll be a seafood boil, but will be something that we can do outside.
Wow.
And just kind of invite the community. I may do like kind of pay a flat fee, $10, $15, get a bracelet, be able to just eat whatever we have on hand.
There you go. I like that.
Make it very fun for people. Maybe BYOB. We'll see what the city says we can do. We don't want to get too rowdy. But of course, staying alive a year in the restaurant industry is something to celebrate. So we absolutely will be doing something.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you need to celebrate that. That's a monumentous achievement. And with that, I wanted to ask you, and Troy, if you want to fill me in on this, is there anything that you enjoy cooking or preparing, you guys as a whole, more than anything?
Well, we've kind of extended our menu a little bit now that we've opened up breakfast. So we got some of the fan favorites, which is also some of my favorites, like the crab cakes. That's going to be on the main menu every day now. We also have our everyday specials, the jambalaya, the crawfish etouffee. Those are the ones I like from the beginning. So I push for those to be on the menu. So pretty much all the main menu items are the ones that I eat every single day.
Really?
I'm probably taking home a jambalaya every night. I'm taking home a little bit of etouffee, just a small portion.
Quality
a
control.
little bit of red beans and rice. I got to taste the food, right?
You got to.
So yeah, all the main menu items, they're actually my favorite food of all time. Like, I eat Cajun food probably more than any other Italian, Chinese, or anything like that. It's my go-to.
Now, with that being said, who's the tougher food critic?
Ooh.
Definitely Troy.
I mean...
Let's be honest. If it's slightly spicy or slightly salty, noodles, if they're overdone or underdone, who's on my butt?
I mean, I have kind of high standards when it comes to the food that goes out the door.
As he should. I think 80%.
If I'm eating it,
yes.
I can take a misstep here or there, but if I'm serving it to somebody else, it's got to be perfect.
Troy is a perfectionist in the best possible way.
Well, you need to, and I think that's something that I think a lot of times, and you guys know 10 times more about the restaurant industry and everything than I do, but just an observation, it seems like when businesses and restaurants in particular start to falter, it's because the passion, maybe they're tired, and then they start making those simple mistakes in the kitchen and not holding themselves to that standard.
Or you miss a step, you skip a step, and to make things easier, sometimes the easier way isn't always the best way. We want to put out the best product every time, so you got to take every single step, and that often takes time, and that often takes getting up early, which some people don't want to do, and I understand because I'm tired too, but it's worth it in the end. When you see the people's faces, you see the reactions you get, and the reviews on the food, it's all worth it because we're doing a good job, I think.
Without a doubt. It's just, whenever you said crab cakes, my mind went to food critic because I thought of Gordon Ramsay spitting those darn things out in that plate.
Last night we just finished the first season of Next Level Chef.
I love that.
We had a friend suggest, I've never watched cooking competition shows, but the past 2 months we've been absolutely binging them.
Yeah, I don't know why. We've just been into
last
that.
night we finished that one. What was her name? Piet?
Oh, yeah.
Piet was the first winner, yeah.
Very impressive to see her win that. That was really awesome.
Well, and while I have you, might as well get a plug out there. What's your specials today?
We actually did away with the daily special.
Oh.
Yes,
yeah, that
big
was another
news.
thing. So since we extended our menu out a little bit further, we decided to get the specials only on the weekend.
I like that.
This past weekend we did boudin balls, which is one that's everyone loves. Kind of boudin is a specialty of Louisiana. We deep fry it, cheese in the middle. Very delicious special. We get calls about that one all the time. And we got a couple other specials that we get asked for all the time, such as lobster tacos, seafood lasagna. You can expect those on the weekend.
Friday and Saturday. And it really puts us in a position to be able to expand our company. If you consider, we want to have maybe 500 locations across the country, and to have a different daily special in every one of those locations would be
every
maybe
single
impossible.
day would be very tough.
But if we have a menu that we're able to control and roll out, through multiple restaurants, so that's kind of where we're aiming our sites these days.
Is that the goal eventually, is to have multiple locations?
Absolutely.
Yes.
The goal for Gumbo to Go is expansion. Not only do we want to have multiple locations for restaurants, but we would love to kind of get into the meat market, like where we do sausage and boudin, maybe offer some seafood.
Right.
Kind
Get
of
into
give
the
people that market.
wholesale market a little bit.
We have such an issue finding the ingredients that we need to give people this food, that we definitely see that the market is there for consumers to buy these groceries for their house, whether it be dry red beans, Cajun seasoning. We would love to brand
and some
our
of our
seasonings.
items, guests have asked us if there's a way we can get it prepackaged for them. So if we can get a lot of that nailed down, we can really expand and globally get our product out there so everyone can enjoy it.
Well, and that's what I think. Now that'll be exciting, because I was going to ask you, I'm about ready to say the selection's probably a little limited in this area on where
Absolutely.
You can find product.
Yes,
We've
some
been
of the
through
product we have to
numerous
leave
vendors,
the state
yes.
because we can't get it here.
That's right. We go through our vendors and we ask them to help us, but for some items we simply have to drive 800 miles back home to get it. So we know that the market is there for it, and we would love to give people that option.
Wow, that's just incredible. And now, before I let you go, we got a couple of minutes left, but I got to ask you. So, just like here, I think that, St. Louis's area is like, oh, you got to have, good St. Louis style food. And if you mess it up, people are going to mock you. If you're down in Louisiana and you taste some bad Cajun, what is that initial reaction?
Oh, it's definitely mock-worthy. Absolutely.
Yes.
You will
We
get
actually
clowned.
do get a lot of Louisianians who come up here.
And
I didn't realize
from Texas
there were
are
so many.
so abrasive when they walk in before they try our food.
They're ready to be critical because coming from the South, you have a lot of pride in your food.
I get you, yeah.
And we've been let
and you
down
can't just
so many
claim
times.
that you cook Cajun food if it's not good, or people will call you out.
They will buy the food and they will stand at the counter, open the container and sip it.
Eat it right in front
and
of
be
you.
like, okay, yeah, that's good. And they'll walk out, and in my mind, I'm thinking, what if it was bad? Like, where would this have gone if that food was
I like to
bad?
return this.
So it can be people take their food very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are doing something right, that's for sure. Because you haven't had anyone hand it back to you or spit it on the floor yet, I guess.
No.
Their shoulders relax. Like, as soon as the food hits the lips, their shoulders relax. Right. They kind of sit back in the chair a little bit, and then we see them a week later with some friends back at our spot.
I love it when they just take a sip and they give you that nod of approval,
or they order another one to take home.
That's the one.
Oh my God, I could only imagine that. And then too, there's so many memories and just feelings that come with hitting when you have a good bite of food. You know,
it can be very nostalgic for a lot of people.
We hear it all the time. Like someone will be in the lobby and say, "Oh, this reminds me of my grandma's house." I can smell
emotional, absolutely.
the cooking. It smells just like grandma's or my mom's. Whatever we have. The gravy or the gumbo. They're like, it's just like someone I used to know. So that's really good. We bring those nostalgic feelings back when you taste some of our food.
Without a doubt.
A week ago, I forgot what we were serving, but this man ate, he left, and he came back, and he walked in, and I thought we forgot or there was going to be an issue, and he walked in, he said, "I need to shake your hand." And I just kind of looked at him, he said, "This food is so good." I said, "You drove back here to shake my hand?" He was like, "Yes, ma'am." And it's just moments like that that really let you know that waking up every day, no matter how early it is,
and we know
trying
it's
your
like
best.
it's kind of rare because we're starting to get those guests venture from farther out. We get Belleville guests, we get Collinsville guests, Edwardsville, and a lot of people from St. Louis even are starting to come here and become regular customers.
Well, and too, I mean, if you look back and all those things that you just talked about, someone coming back in and driving back and saying, "Man, I got to shake her hand, I got to shake Troy's hand because this was great," or having those memories come back. I mean, from where you guys were a year ago, I mean, just have all of this happen. I don't know how you guys. I'd be an emotional wreck. You know, I'd be crying every 20 seconds.
I cry every day. I cry enough for both of us.
It's really emotional looking back. I mean, at this point last year, we were cleaning up the restaurant.
We were literally cleaning, scrubbing, just wondering how it would go.
Figuring out how we're going to get this laid out.
Planning the menu.
And now you just take a step back and look at the restaurant. It's beautiful, and
it's hard work, but the wheels are set in place, and as long as we wake up and hit the marks that we're supposed to hit each day,
the train keeps
turning,
moving.
right? And it's beautiful to see something that you built. Like right now, Patty and Kyle are at the store, and I mean, we could both have a stroke right now. They would be able to maintain the store until 8 o'clock. We have a really good crew. They know what they're doing, and we're very blessed to have people who share our passion on our team.
With that being said, 9:45, a little bit of change. Let's circle back to breakfast one last time, make sure we hit it, because we got some breakfast at Gumbo to go. You are welcome. I had nothing to do with it. I just wanted to say you're welcome. But with that being said, 7 to 10:15 is the breakfast menu,
Correct.
right?
We have hot, fresh beignets. We have creme brulee cold brew. We do shrimp and grits. You can add an egg to your gumbo, give a little more protein to kind of help you last all day with that full belly.
And we also have flavorings for the iced coffee. You can get caramel, iced coffee, hazelnut, and vanilla.
Oh, nice. Well, okay, yes. Before I let you go, the beignet thing. Okay, I was over at a St. Louis Megaplex. I'm not going to say which one. This was a couple months ago. And I may or may not have had too much fun in the morning, and I'm trying to figure out, what I'm going to stumble into for lunch, and all this bar had was beignets. And I thought, what the heck? I have never had something more runny in my life. All I could think about is Gordon Ramsay going, "It's raw!" And it's bread. How do you get bread raw? Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Won't happen at Gumbo to Go.
If it does, please let us know. We're happy to make it
Absolutely
right.
Not. We know what it's supposed to taste like. We've been to Cafe Du Monde,
Yeah.
We know what a real beignet is supposed to taste like.
Well, and your guys is just your perfectionism on your food and your quality and your just portion control. All that stuff is just really just perfect. I mean, it really is. And to have that, you're getting a good meal every time you come in. You come in for breakfast, or hey, you got about 30 minutes. You can sneak some breakfast in and then head right on into lunch.
That's right. If you just stick around for 15 minutes, you could essentially get beignets and then get lunch, which I think the 10:15 is the best time to get to Gumbo to Go.
I was actually going to say that. I'm like, I can get
circle around, and then you're getting a shrimp basket. And
I had beignets, but now I would like a po' boy.
With that being said, what's the best way for people to follow along with all the great things you guys got?
Absolutely. Order Gumbo.com, especially if you're anti-social media. But if you love social media the way that we do, Gumbo, the number 2, and GEAUX, Gumbo to Go.
I spelled it right. I was nervous.
Yes, good job. We're proud of you.
Nervous.
On any social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, you guys can keep up with us and what we're doing.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys like the circus?
Yeah.
There you go. Alton Little Theater is celebrating its 90th season of being a landmark right here in the 618. Do you guys know that they're actually the oldest small theater and really the nation? I think one of 3.
I have heard that, yes.
Well, Alton Little Theater is doing something for all the families leading up to school year. Circus Kaput right there at Alton Little Theater Showplace, perfect for all ages, and for tickets, $20 and refreshments included in that. You get some flame throwing, some fun, a little bit of the circus coming into Alton. For more ticket information, AltonLittleTheater.org. That's AltonLittleTheater.org. And make sure you tell Lee that CJ sent you her way. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, CJ.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, it really is. I love speaking with you guys. 9:48 on this 8th day of August. A quick break, and we wrap up the 9 o'clock after this one.